Sometimes as a leader, we always face a challenge when we want to talk to our colleagues, or maybe we want to address and give out certain commands, or maybe communicate something that is happening in the company. And you find that public speaking sometimes it's not our stronghold. But as a leader, you really need to have public speaking skills, because you'll be addressing your colleagues, you'll be addressing your workers most of the times. And if you don't have these skills, they may not get the point that you want to put across, or maybe they may not understand your vision of the company. So it is really essential as a leader to have public speaking skills. But really, how do we really deliver, or how do we develop these public speaking skills as a leader? Hello guys, welcome to Fistock Biztalk. This is a channel we talk about businesses. We give you tips and insights on how to run, start and manage your business. We also talk about short courses, we talk about online courses, we talk about careers, we talk about lifestyle, we talk about entertainment, we talk about marketing, we talk about current trends in the that are happening in the world, and we talk about almost everything. And today we're going to be we'll be talking about public speaking for leaders, tips on how to deliver well. If you are a leader, how do you really improve your public speaking skills? One of the ways you can actually improve your public speaking skills, number one, never memorize your speech, because if you memorize your speech, you find that you always forgetting some points, the key points you're always forgetting. Maybe you have prepared an entire speech to give to your colleagues, and you find that you're only remembering 2 points. This is because you have memorized, and something that you have memorized will always, most of the time, you tend to forget. So what is the best way to do it? The best way is to prepare mock speech. Create a vision, you just imagine you have an audience, and try to give the speech from your own imagination or from your own brains, and craft the speech from your mind, and now start delivering it. And once you do a mock speech, you find that it will be easy to remember what you have talked about. And then number two, use conversational language, where you're not like, we find that most people want to give a speech, but they're using a commanding tone, and you find that people feel like you're even giving them, or you're being authoritative, you're giving them orders. Instead of listening to you, they feel threatened, and you find that they are not able to understand what you're talking about, because they have already, in a way, they are already feeling that this is not, the language you're using is not really good to them. So it is good to actually use conversational language, and you find that once you use conversational language, they feel like you're trying to communicate to them something good, and they feel like they can be close to you, they can be even able to ask questions where they do not understand. And then number three is take a public speaking class, because public speaking is not for everyone, and not many people know how to give speech in front of people. Many people face stage fright, and they even freeze when they are trying to talk to people. So it is good if you feel like you are a leader and you're required to actually give public speeches. Maybe let's say it's before the board, you want to give a speech as a leader, you want to give a speech before the board, or maybe to your colleagues, or maybe you want to give a presentation about maybe a project that is coming in the company, and you are very sure you can really not talk in front of people, or you're facing stage fright, or maybe you really don't know how it is supposed to be done, or what are the steps you really need to do, maybe to, when what are the steps you need to follow when you're creating a speech, or maybe when you're presenting a speech. Take a public speaking class. It can be through YouTube, it can be through an online class, or you can be even a physical class, or maybe you can talk to a person who knows how to deliver speech, and they can teach you how they do it. And then another way you can deliver well is practice and rehearse. We have always said that create a mock-up to maybe help you if deliver. You just create an imagination of people, like you just imagine you presenting to your colleagues, or maybe to the board. If it's a presentation to the board, you just imagine, and then you maybe do it in front of a mirror, and this one will help you to really manage stage fright. You will not feel that like you're blank when you're trying to present, because you'll have already done a presentation, a mock-up presentation, and this will prepare you to know what to talk, what to say, how to articulate, which body posture to use, which body gestures to use. All these we will be familiar with. And then another thing is focus on your message. This is where now do not deviate, because not many people like 5-hour speech. People get bored. So focus on your message. Try not to deviate from your message, because if you start deviating from your message, people will lose the whole entity of why you're giving the speech. They'll start asking how is this even related? what is he talking about, and they will not understand what you're trying to give. So always make sure that your message, you have put your message, put it across in a good way, so that they will really understand what was the purpose of the meeting, what was the purpose of the presentation you're giving, maybe what was the purpose of you calling them into a forum to talk to them. So always make sure that you focus on your message, so that they can pay attention without even getting lost in between your speech. I hope you have learned a thing or two. So those are the 5 ways you can actually deliver speech if you're a leader. And if you have learned something, leave in the comment section and I'll be sure to read it out. Make sure at the end of this video you like, you comment, subscribe, share, and hit on the notification button, so that every time I upload a new video, you can always be notified. And if you're interested in learning more about public speaking, if you're a leader and you want to learn more about public speaking, or if you're just a person interested in public speaking, you can enroll at Finstock University College. They have short courses. They have a short course on public speaking. They have a diploma and a certificate, and you at a very affordable rate. You can visit their website at www.finstockuniversity.com, or call them at 0703 313 722, or send them an email at info@finstockuniversity.com. Until next time, goodbye.